50 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
We got a roll program.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading.
Howdy y'all, welcome to part 4 of my Light 2-pack series. Yes, we have been up to the moon, but currently we are down in the overworld. Have done some work. We'll get up there and we'll take a look at the base that I made up on the moon. Did get some meteoric iron. It's pretty hard to find. I did find the moon, or a moon dungeon. I don't know if there's more than one. I did find one. I tried recording it, but it is so dark, even on max brightness, that you really can't even see anything. I will go over some tips on that dungeon, especially if you're using the same exact mods that I am. But I just kind of wanted to show some changes around here. You're going to notice down here that I have 145 levels. That is a bug. I added this auto anvil from OpenBlocks, I think it is, or Extra Utilities, one of those two. And because this auto anvil, if you're using the MR one, is really, really slow. This thing is uber fast. So I added a tank and an experience grate. So, you know, when I come and stand here, it drains my experience and fills up that tank. So you can, this is just as fast as real anvil. Once you put it in there, it just does it. Now, there is kind of a bug with this version. You'll notice I can't put this sword in here. Won't go in there. It'll go in this side, but I can't just click it and put it in there. So, you know, I put this all together, and I was a little frustrated in this. Accidentally, I shift-clicked it, and it does go right in there. So, if you're going to use this on this version of the FTB pack, just remember that you have to shift left-click to get the item you want to repair put in there. So it's a lot faster. You don't have to sit there and wait. It's also, you can put the diamonds or whatever in there, and like this one will only take like 1 diamond at a time so it takes forever to repair armor and stuff. This is a lot faster. The real simple setup. There's a tank, XP grade on top of that, and then just a liquid duct that feeds it up into the anvil. And then over here I have it set to auto drink. And oops, shoot, I don't want to do that side. So you can see it's set to auto drink from the bottom, so it fills this up. It uses quite a bit. I mean, that's that amount right there. I could probably repair my armor, but it's going to drain it all out completely. I do have another anvil over here. You still can't name anything with the auto anvil or the either auto anvil. Yeah, so you still need a regular anvil for that. To get the second beacon set up, so we have speed 2, jump boost, and regeneration. I was going to go with the jump boost second level, but I have a tendency to fall off this thing every once in a while, and it's nice just to have the regen there. Now I'm still working on the oil fabricator, trying to get this to work reasonably fast. I've got to figure out how these test racks work and how much power. I know the old ones just used to do 100, or they would only output 100 MJ, so I'm not really sure with the RF now if that matters and all that. So got to figure that out. It seemed to work. I've done a couple of tests, and it seems to work a little bit better with conduits attached, I guess, because it converts it over to MJ. So I may do something with that. Maybe. Just a real quick pop down below. I have this room right here. This is going to be for agriculture. Um, I don't even know if I'm going to mess with that, to be honest, because it'll because man, it's a pain in the ass to make any foods in there. I mean, it's 10 steps just to make some French fries. But what I'm looking to see is if saturation is higher. If anybody knows anything about agriculture, and let me know if saturation is higher with their foods. And I also attached this tunnel to our. I closed off to the outside. I don't really get any spawns over here because I have that torch. But I still wanted to close it off to the outside, so I just ran a tunnel over here to the charcoal processing area. Still have a ton of. We're also, or as part of the test with the oil fabricator, I have been running the biofuel down here. We're up to about 30,000 of each of these. I think to really make this viable with just this mod, you really need to get max productivity out of what you're using. So you need multiple items. You need more than just because like right now I'm just using 3 items. I'm just using the oak saplings, the carrots, and the potatoes. Because when I tried it last time, it burned through my seeds so fast that I didn't even have any left. But I am running out of this biofuel tank. I have 4 of the biogenerators running. Um, Seems to be doing okay, and I'm only running this single bioreactor. I'm not even running these others right now. This is the only one that's running. So, and its efficiency is pretty sucky. It's only 70. So, if I were to do like seeds and then get maybe birch and oh shoot, whatever the other one is, of course the efficiency would go up. Um, I have I do have a squid jail safari ball or a jailer's safari ball for a squid, and I may be trying something with that. See if I can. I tried it in a test, and it took to get it even a decent drop rate. And when I say decent, I mean good enough to use it for to use for a bioreactor. It would take like 5 or 6 squids, and oh, probably 6 to 8 ranchers around it. So no bueno, no bueno. Now some tips on going to the moon. Tips on going to the moon. If you can, you probably want to go in the daytime. Like right now, I'm thinking that it's not completely lit there yet. So you probably want to wait till it's a full moon before you launch because I'll tell you, I launched up there and I landed and I was swarmed. I couldn't even get out of my lander before creepers blew it up. Now, luckily, I had about 3 cans of fuel on me because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have got. I don't know if I could. I would have had to die to come back. I think I don't even know um, because your lander holds your rocket, your launch pad, and your your leftover fuel. So, like this rocket contains enough for me to get there and back. Enough fuel for me to get there and back. Now, you do need another fuel loader to bring with you and all that. So definitely, I took a lot of time to prep before I went there. I did it a couple of times in creative mode on copies of this world to just see, make sure I had everything that I needed. There's still the glitch with the power where if you unload that chunk, start the game, turn it on, unload the chunk, your power cables no longer work. And that's true on the moon too. So you you don't want to stretch your power too far. Like if if I leave or well, this is spawn chunk, so it's always loaded. But if like on the moon or even when I start the game, I have to break all the wires that are attached to the solar panels, or it won't get power. And then all this stuff here, I need to break all this cable, or at least one of these cables to get the power flowing again. Make sure you bring a ton of tanks. I've got 2 on me, and then I got an extra 4. These are the largest ones. They're pretty. Well, they're the biggest ones. They'll last you for quite a while. 2 tanks. But definitely bring some extras so you can go ahead and get your oxygen uh, situation started on the moon, so you have something to breathe. Because I built, when we go to the moon, I'll show you. I built my home first because I used the builder, um, this little item building guide, which is pretty cool. It allowed me to with no brainer. I mean, it wasn't easy. It wasn't too bad though, because I have bat flight, but it makes it a little bit easier to build. So let's take a break and we'll go up to the moon and we'll take a look at what we've done up there so far with Galacticraft. So we'll be back in just a second. And welcome to the moon. This is my base so far. Uh, this is just a giant sphere I made with the building guide. Pretty cool. As you can see right now, there should be not my best landing. I landed on top of my trees. I'll have to get up there in a second. So to get this working like right now, I'm not producing any oxygen because it's saying no power. So we got to come over here and fill in this hole. Come on. Really? Wrong piece. Okay, here we go. So we got to break this, replace it, and hopefully, yep, now we're getting power. And if we stand back, you'll see the oxygen bubbles start to grow. Pretty cool with the low gravity. I think it's pretty cool. So now we should start seeing. It'll take a little bit for it to kind of warm up. You can see it in there. The oxygen bubble is starting to grow. I know it's a little dark because it's still nighttime on the moon. Shouldn't be any nighttime on the moon, but hey, whatever. So now it's going to grow, and I kind of made this sphere inside of the oxygen bubble. So once it all grows out, you can, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it. It's a lot clearer in the daytime, but you can kind of see the sphere that goes all the way around the outside. Inside there is oxygen. Out here, if you don't have your tanks on, you're gonna know it. Let me see if I can get over here. I'm gonna have to get my fuel out of here. There we go. Uh, click on this with an open hand. You will need to make sure you bring with you some of these empty liquid canisters, and then you're gonna just take it and then pop it right in there, and that's gonna give you your fuel back. And believe it or not, that's enough to refuel your rocket to go back, and then you can just destroy this thing. Because if not, it'll just stay there, and then you'll have 10 landers when you come back. And also I already took it out, but your launch pads and your rocket are also both in there. I want to go over here. My fuel loader is over here. So you do need to bring a fuel loader with you. If not, you cannot refuel your rocket. So you just put your launch pads back down, take your rocket, put it back on there, and wow, really? I forgot to turn off loading. Okay, well that's why you bring more batteries. Always bring batteries with you up here. There we go. There's a full battery. That way you can power this stuff. And once it's loaded, you can just save your battery and turn it off. Let's see if you're. This is probably going to empty out, but if not, you can just click in there and then hit F, and it'll show you your fuel level. So we're getting completely filled up here, and then just right click to get back out, so you don't want to launch back up. And then I still got some fuel in here. Let's put it back in this one, just in case we need it later. So now your rocket is prepped and you're ready to go back to your space station or the overworld, Earth, whatever. And there it is right there. The world is flat and it is square. So what this thing is, just in case you don't know, if you haven't ever read it, this is an oxygen collector. It needs leaves, or it doesn't have to be trees. I just do that so I can just grow them real quick. And it's pretty much it only collects in like 11 by 11. So it's as long as it's within there. It also will do growing wheat, I believe. It'll also use growing wheat to collect oxygen. And I'm sorry, it's 11 by 11 by 11. So it's it'll use these leaves to collect oxygen and make this bubble. Now I could honestly just use an oxygen sealer in here probably. I don't know if that'd be better or worse. I'll mess around with that because of the power issue right now. I don't know what's worse. Now what I did instead of using a door or an airlock, what the heck? That's a weird one. I just put an elevator right here so that pops me inside. Darn it, I forgot to bring a conduit. Oh man. I wanted to hook up a second coal generator because a coal generator puts out about 10 kilojoules or whatever they're called. And I think this is just universal electricity. This takes 4. The oxygen collector takes 4. And the air compressor takes 4. So if I need to refill my tanks while I'm here, I do not have enough power right now to do that. So I do have an extra coal generator. I just don't have any way of pulling it out, and well, that's the downside. So this coal generator right now is just it's pulling from our charcoal, and like I said, it only does 10 kilowatts. This one takes, if I can get to it, this one takes 4, and the bubble thing takes 4. So not great. I still hopefully there's going to be an update soon. I was looking on the Galactic Craft GitHub or whatever it is, and it looks like he's got some entries for fixing the power network issues. So hopefully that will get taken care of. This is just early on. There's a couple of villages. If we look at waypoints, I've got 2 villages and a moon dungeon that I've all found. The moon village, first one, is over here. And now the nice thing is this decorative tin that this stuff is made out of, the one with little zigzags here. The moon villages, their base floors are made out of that stuff. Unfortunately, the moon villagers are kind of useless. They're they make the same sounds and everything. They just look like blue villagers, and I mean blue-skinned villagers. They don't trade anything. I don't know if he'll implement that later or not. That'd be kind of cool. Just some Galacticraft specific trading, maybe. I don't know. That'd be neat. Maybe have some meteoric iron trades, because meteoric iron is pretty hard. I did while I was looking for all this and just kind of bounding around. I only found 9 meteoric iron. As far as I can tell, it's kind of a spawn, because you'll kind of come up on it. Let's go into bat so we can move around a little quicker, get some altitude. I did get the second stage kind of rocket, so I can build the one that goes to Mars, but it takes a crap ton of this meteoric iron. Is this one right here? Here we go. Here we go. Here's one. So these are just kind of random spawns. I guess they're supposed to be actually hitting the moon. So you do need the reinforced. Where the hell did the thing go? Come here. You do need a reinforced Galacticraft pickaxe or a diamond pickaxe to get those things, or of course, one of the redstone ones, or red flux. But you can. That's kind of how you find them. You can't mine for them. You gotta actually find these things. Which is here's another one. That's cool. Okay, so this means it's really hot too. So if you get close to this, catch on fire. Which I can't believe because there's no oxygen here. So how the hell am I catching on fire? But hey, whatever. Yeah, it's Minecraft. Who cares? Oh, always right when I'm in the yeah. Darn text messages. So we get the meteoric iron. There's no way to double it that I can tell, or triple it. You can only smelt it, so you only get one. The nice thing is unlike the other, Galacticraft requires a lot of plates for everything. So it usually takes like 2 iron ore to make an iron plate, whereas with the meteoric iron, thankfully you only need 1 to make a plate. So it doesn't. It's not too bad. It's not as bad. Now the weird thing is, and I don't know, I haven't even looked in the config to see if this is an option. I do get sludge and sewage pools on the moon. I did try using the transfer nodes to use that stuff, and it doesn't work. It really only says water on the website, the wiki. It only kind of lists water as an option, so it may not even work. May not even work. So some of the things that I want to do, I've got to collect a ton of this meteoric iron to get to be able to go to the moon or Mars. So to be able to get to Mars, you've got to get a lot of meteoric iron, because you got to make a lot of that special plate stuff. Plus airlocks all take 2, or the airlock controllers all take 2. Is it 2 or 2 meteoric iron plates? Something like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is I'm still looking around. I'm going to add to this base. I would really like to have moved this out and kind of made another dome for it, but I may still, because it looks like I only need to break that one cable now to get it working, and that's the one coming out of the generator. And if that's the case, I may move this out a little bit and then dome it. So it just looks weird to have trees growing on the surface of the moon. It's just me, but yeah, that bugs me a little bit. So I probably scoot this out, another few blocks, and then dome that over. And then of course I want to make a permanent launch pad that's attached to the main sphere. And then depending on I'm not even sure if I'm going to put any of the machinery or stuff up here. I haven't dug down. Something else I want to do also is dig down and get a mine. The first thing I wanted to do is just be able to have a place to come and kind of go AFK without without using up all my O2 or have the possibility of dying. So that's the nice thing with this is you can come in here and take your mask off, and you can see I'm not dying or anything. But if I were to go out without it, if I can stop jumping, see, as soon as you go outside and you don't have your mask on, it say you can't breathe, fool. Now we're all good. So we're back inside. We got O2, and this should be all sealed. So I could probably actually use an oxygen sealer in here. I do kind of like the almost force field looking effect that it has with the God. What is it every time? Kind of like that. I think that looks cool. I might even do something like this with the space station. A bunch of connected spheres like that, and it would almost it would kind of have that force fieldy look. Now it'd be really cool though if they could, or hopefully an update will come out where he fixes this power issue, because I don't want the one thing that I don't like is having to come over here all the time, and every time I come here and reset that power. So, but it's a pretty cool mod. There are some minor bugs. One, I mean, you can see like right now it's we're in the daytime, sun's coming up, so it's pretty bright right now. But be real careful when you come to the moon the first time, because if it's be prepared for a fight. Don't come up here in crappy armor with crappy weapons. Make sure you've definitely got a higher tier armor, higher tier weapons. Be ready to fight if it's dark up here, because you're gonna get swarmed, and I'm not even kidding. I mean, the mobs on the moon are a little tougher. They're a little taller. The skeletons carry two bows. The creepers blow up really fast. Make sure you have backups for everything, because you could very likely lose everything up here if you're not prepared. So definitely come prepared to come to the moon. Just like in real life, it is not a nice place to visit if you're not prepared for the environment. I also brought God, every time. I also brought one of the torches. I think it's back on the back side over here. The oh, darn it. What are they called? Shoot, brain cramp. The Magnum torch. Yeah, there we go. Brought a Magnum torch, so once I cleared out the area, I wouldn't have to worry about spawns again. So I mean, as soon as you can, drop it down, and so you can kind of protect yourself. I would definitely suggest bringing one of those, because when it gets dark, it really does get bad. I mean, you can just look at my mini map up there and see how many mobs. Those are all underground, of course, which tells me there's definitely caverns down there. And what is this right here? I don't know what that is. You'll see they look a little weirder, a little weird on the map, because all of them have like oxygen masks. Even the spiders, they have like an oxygen mask and tanks on, so it's kind of bizarre. If you haven't checked out the Google Plus page, I've kind of messed around with that a little bit. All my videos, of course, go over there also. And another thing I've started to do is, since I don't record all the time, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. A lot of times when I'm doing something, I'll just take a screenshot, and what I'm going to start doing is just posting it up on there with just like a quick blurb of what I'm doing, or a preview of the next episode or whatever. And so I mean, you can always check that out. And I don't know if now, really not sure how the announcements and stuff work now with the changes with YouTube and Google Plus and all that. But I'll figure it out as I go along. I'm in no hurry. Do appreciate you guys coming by. There was no, never mind about that. We'll talk about that at another time. It's been kind of cool getting up here. I'm not, damn, every time I jump. I don't know why I jump. There's a lot more I want to do with this. This base is not finished by a long shot. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get enough meteoric iron, and if I want to go right to a space station or go to Mars first. I don't know. You guys let me know. You want to see Mars? You want to see a space station? I'm kind of debating now. It's going to take a while for me to get enough meteoric iron for sure. I mean, because like you can't even see any when you look around. That is the one nice thing with Optifine is that zoom. You know, kind of like binoculars. You can kind of look around, see what you got. But yep, we're gonna cut it short. We're gonna get out of here. Appreciate everybody coming by. Hope you liked the episode. There's something else I wanted to mention, but boy, I am spacing. Get the joke? Spacing. So I am going to I'm going to add on a permanent launch pad out here probably for this. I just don't like this hanging out here. Um, Eventually, I would like to have everything up off, just another kind of probably I don't know if I want to make another sphere. These things are a pain in the ass to make because there's nothing connecting this with like this, so you got to build a, it's takes a while. So I don't know. We'll look at the build style. Well, as I continue to ramble on and have no idea where I'm going with this, appreciate y'all coming by. Don't forget that if you want to know when I put out a new video, the best way to do that is to subscribe or maybe check the Google Plus page because I don't Twitter, I don't Facebook, like I said. I am also thinking about adding on one more mod, and that is Xeno's Reliquary. But I don't know. I mean, we seem to be doing okay now without it, but I don't know. I'll let you know if we do. Appreciate everybody coming by. Don't forget to like. It does help to put videos out there so more people will see them. The more interaction, like or dislike, either one, I think will show activity. I appreciate y'all coming by. You got any questions, comments? Don't forget to put them up there. I'm trying to answer everything as soon as I can. So next time, I will see y'all later.